I'm Andy Schellebo and I work in BMC technical support. The topic is performance tuning for TrueSight Infrastructure Management and the ISN. Assisting me is Bill Baruti, President of Performance and Analytics and Cloud and Data Center Automation at BMC Software. Approximately half of customer environments are not performance tuned. Yes, Bill, half. The results of failing to do this varies, but generally ranges from failed data collection to slow operation. For both TSIM and the ISN, the quickest way to determine whether any tuning has been performed is to look in your custom conf directory. On the TSIM, check whether these files exist in custom conf. On the ISN, check whether this file is in custom conf. The same concept applies to Linux. The next step is to determine how much monitoring is being performed. This determines whether your environment is small, medium, or large. For the TSIM, log into the TrueSight Operations Console, Options, Administration, Performance Diagnostics View. Let's assume that your numbers look as follows. Comparing against the table shown in the documentation, we can see that this is a medium environment. Let's also assume that you do not have any of the aforementioned files in custom conf. Here's what to do. Copy them from Pronto conf on the respective system into custom conf. You could manually create them, but copying them is less prone to typos and omissions. Thanks for pointing that out, Bill. If you make changes to the Pronto conf files, those entries would be lost during upgrades. Once the files have been copied, remove everything under the fixed section. For the sake of brevity, we're only going to discuss modifying the max heap line. Since we've already determined that the environment is medium, we'll set the values as follows. I'm going to swiftly go through making the changes to the remaining conf files. All I'm doing again is removing everything under the fixed section and only modifying the max heap according to the documentation. For pnagent.conf on the TSIM server, we refer to this as the local agent, so we'll make the change to the loc max heap. If this was a remote ISN, in other words, an ISN on another machine, we would modify the max heap. Also, we'll want to tune the pronet.conf as depicted here. You'll need to restart the TSIM server for the changes to take effect. Here's a few other ways to find out if your system wasn't tuned. Check for Java HPROF files and Pronto logs. If you see them, they generally indicate that the process ran out of memory. Compare the date stamp against the date of the custom conf files. If the Java HPROF files were created before the custom conf files, then it's possible that the problem has been corrected. If the Java HPROF files were created after the custom conf files, then the max heap likely needs to be increased further. In that case, you would go through the performance diagnostic step and determine the size of your environment. You're right, Bill, but you can delete those Java HPROF files while TrueSight is running. If you're currently working any cases with technical support, let them know the date stamp of those files, as that might help with troubleshooting. Another way is to see how much RAM is being used by the processes. A rule of thumb is that if the values are near 80% of the max heap, then the max heap should be bumped to the next level. For the ISN, there is deployment analysis, patrol integration report, which can give scaling information on the ISNs. However, I prefer to look at the RAM used versus the max heap set. Again, use the 80% rule. Also, make this change to the pronet.conf file to suit the size. Restart the ISN for the change to take effect. Special thanks to Bill for helping out here. Bill, would you like to help out in the future?